Prologue. What is life? What are memories? These questions ponder upon my mind as I hold this pen in my hand in my futile attempts to write the story, or let's say more precisely, this experience of mine, which is often much exaggerated by my own emotions. Those emotions which I feel tickling my chest like a butterfly dancing over a flower. Those flowery emotions that arises not only when I see you, but also now when I want to write something in which you seem to pass by. Yes, pass by. That's how I would put it here, because I don't know any better alternatives, or maybe because I don't know how to put it. And believe me, it's not solely my fault, because lately I have been getting a feeling that you are about to fly by me, just as the sand particles that flies off the hands of a philosopher busy in thought, too busy to note the wind, constantly caressing the hand ever so gently that you wouldn't note it, not even the slightest, even if it blows away all the sands, taking with it the skin of your hand in contact with it. And just when it would stop its worthless nuisance, would you note the hands, empty of sand but full of fresh ones that you never knew the origins of? That's when you realize that it was not the thoughts you were busy in, but the experience of wind gently caressing your hand. I don't know if I'm in this state to say who or what the wind is presently, but I'm sure of it that you are the sand that has given me the warmth all the while, absorbing the direct heat from the sun yourself. I don't know why, but a feeling of doom has been surrounding me lately, a feeling that you're starting to disappear. It would have been easier if you would have just taken with you the warmth that you conveyed on my soul, but the wind's a lot faster now. And you're actually blowing away faster than I can ever imagine, and taking with yourself the skins still in contact with your warmth. So now, it's not the lack of warmth that troubles me, but the scars left behind. For I know, if these scars remain, they won't allow me to do anything, not even eat, leave alone grabbing another handful of sand. Maybe I might not be able to stop it from happening, but for this I'm sure that I wouldn't have to suffer from the guilt of idleness when I lament over the aching scars that would have disabled me. So maybe that's the reason that I'm writing today. To be frank, I'm still midst a conflict that lies in the core of this whole series of discussion whether to write or not. Henceforth, I will put my ideas on both sides of the conflict and try to find out the perfect solution to the problem. Firstly, I've already outlined about why I think I should write, but the twist lies in why I don't want to write about it. It's not that I'm lazy or my feelings have changed. Rather, it's just that I have a deep fear lurking within this happy face of mine. A fear that if I write this down, I will eventually come to know a lot of things. Things about me, things about you, and maybe also the things about my feelings towards you. And that's what I fear the most of, the truth. Isn't it universal that people fear most of the truth? Not just random truth, but rather truth about themselves. They fear it so much that they tend to build a cobweb of lies, trying to conceal the truth, telling themselves it's alright when it's actually not. I think it's what each human being does, and it's a core characteristic of being human, finding flaws in others, but at the same time trying to conceal own flaws by pretending it was never there. But Is it true that a red colored ball inside an unopened box changes to green if you want it to be green, and at the same time don't have the courage to see whether it's red or green? Because you know that if it's actually green, you're not going to feel any better because you have already assumed without even seeing it once that it's green. But what if it's red? Then you will be shattered all at once. Your ideas, your belief, your existence, all will be thrown into question, and you won't be able to confront yourself among the big hanging pendulum of question mark that was never supposed to be there had you not seen the box. So the ultimate solution would be, why bother when it's not going to do you any good, but there's a 50% chance of harming you? But is it actually the truth? Because I believe that looking at the box and finding out green ball is gonna do you good, no matter how strongly you believed it to be green, as it does not just satisfy your belief but rather your faith as a whole. And believe me, there's just a thin line of demarcation between belief and faith, and that is proof. If you are sure about it with proof that fits better to you, it's belief. But if you are sure about it without the need of proof, it's faith. And faith is a thing that's rarer than diamonds, not because of the difficulty of finding it, but rather difficulty cultivating it, especially the faith upon your own abilities and upon the Creator. So now, I want to cultivate the fruit of self-faith upon my soul. I want to get out of this euphoria. Though, for a moment, I might feel like I'm enjoying it, but it's like enjoying misery. You cannot enjoy misery, though you might not look at the box in hopes of finding peace and ignore it all, thinking that it's happiness and what you've got is not misery. But that's not going to change the truth, is it? I know that all of this euphoria is a lie that has hidden the truth so tactfully that you might question your own existence, but not the truth of this lie. I might fall upon the traps of this starry curtains that rocks me back and forth, but I cannot and do not want to be stuck in this lie forever. For nothing is as sweet and pure as the reality that lies behind the starry, tacky curtains. And I am quite sure of the fact that what I am feeling now is not the sweet truth, leave alone the purity of the feeling. So I must have the courage to see the reality before the curtains close again, just as a shepherd needs to return to his home before sunset. Else he'll be there all night wandering among the cold grasslands, all the while fighting with the wolves for his own life and the life of his cattle. A tiresome fight which definitely isn't going to end till the life gives up or the night. And it's a commonly known fact that nights are long with a certain span, but life, who knows when it will end. I don't want to be in that night. I don't want to be in the state of constant fear, fear of the inevitable, fear of the sun that it will eventually set, even before enjoying its warmth, even before the sun has shone to its maximum. I want to find out what this shy creature hiding behind the curtains of lie looks like. I want to know its name, and most of all, I want to see it not getting afraid of the sun because of the shadow it will cast. The shadow that originates not in the sun, but rather in the existence of the creature itself. For were there no creature, there would be no shadow, no matter how bright the sun shone. I want to see it roaming freely with that sense of clarity. I want to see the creature, that's me.